Hello, my name is Pooja. Welcome to a new episode of Around the World. Today we'll understand the history of Pakistani leader Musharraf's relationship with India and engaging in war in order to establish peace. He scripted the story of war with India by deceiving his prime minister while being a general, and later he had to flee the country under the pressure of the same prime minister and on charges of treason. Actually, former President of Pakistan Pervez Musharraf recently passed away at the age of 79. He breathed his last on February 5th at a hospital in Dubai after suffering from amyloidosis for a few years. In this disease, abnormal protein named amyloid starts forming in the whole body of the person, due to which it becomes difficult for the body parts to function properly. General Musharraf's illness was strange, so was his character. On one hand, he used to talk about peace, and on the other hand, he used to plan for war. After years of political upheaval in his country, he had reached the pinnacle of politics, extended the hand of peace with India, and was almost successful. But there is also a fact that Kargil war was fought before this peace. After the failure of this war, he even tried to destabilize India with the help of Western finance. When he could not do so, he intensified the attacks, which resulted in his being ousted from power. Before moving further, let us take a look at his life journey. Musharraf was born on 11th August 1943 in Daryaganj area of Delhi. The country was in the grip of riots, so his family thought it better to leave India. He reached Pakistan just a few days before the partition. His father, Saeed, started working in the Foreign Ministry of the Government of Pakistan. When the father was transferred to Turkey in 1949, the whole family went with him. Musharraf entered the Pakistan Military Academy in 1961 and was commissioned in 1964. He was also very active in the Afghan Civil War and saw the War of 1965 as a second lieutenant. He got Pakistan's Bravery Award for this war. After this, the craze to avenge the wounds of 1971 war had taken over his mind. He was promoted as Major General in the 90s. He had a good understanding of personal and political relations. This was the time when he came close to Nawaz Sharif. And Nawaz Sharif also did not disappoint him. He was made General of the Pakistan Army in October 1998, bypassing his two seniors. But while making him general, probably Nawaz was also not aware that he is making the same person as general who is planning to get into a war with India by misleading him. Most of his life after becoming a general revolved around Kashmir, or maybe he just used Kashmir for his personal ambition. It started with his brainchild mission, Kargil War. As a general, he took away the chair of his patron prime minister in revenge for the failure of his plans to capture the important peaks of Kargil. Martial law came into force in Pakistan. He became both the president and the chief of army staff. Later in 2002, he became the president of Pakistan. During this time, Pakistan had become the epicenter of terrorism and he was its catalyst. The establishment in Pakistan, commonly known as the military, always protected Musharraf as a strong and successful leader. He was presented as the only solution to all the problems of Pakistan. Western countries were given the impression that he was taking Pakistan from fundamentalism to liberalism. But the military crackdown on Lal Masjid in July 2007 stained this image of him, which he could not wash off for the next 2 decades. A total of more than 105 people lost their lives in this action, and the people started seeing him as the killer of Pakistani people instead of the Messiah, who does not spare even his people under the pressure of foreign forces. After all the upheavals of his first term, on October 6, 2007, Musharraf again won the presidential election, but the Supreme Court blocked his way. Fearful of losing power, he imposed emergency in Pakistan on 3rd November 2007. On 24th November 2007, the Supreme Court confirmed his re-election as president, provided he chooses either the military uniform or the post of president. By now, he had realized the power of the president, and having a hold on the army, it was not a big issue for him to make one of his confidants sit on the post of Army General. That's why he preferred the democratic post. And this proved to be his big mistake. It was not even a year since he took office that on August 7, 2008, the new coalition government of Pakistan decided to impeach him. After this, the action started on 11th August. By August 18, fearing dishonor, he thought it better to resign. Now, if we talk about his relations with India, he has written in detail about many developments in his autobiography, In the Line of Fire, a memoir, published in the year 2006. In this, his favorite subject was to settle the issue of Kashmir, or at least pretend to do so. In 2006, he also presented his 4-point plan on the Kashmir problem. He used to say that we will give up our claim on Indian-occupied Kashmir if the people living in both its parts get freedom to come and go. Former Indian Foreign Minister Jaswant Singh also called him a bigot in this matter. It was just a way of improving his image, which benefited him a lot. But this image could last only till the news of his involvement in the Lal Masjid case and the assassination of Benazir Bhutto. Later, he tried hard to make a place in the politics of Pakistan in 2013 and thereafter. He showed himself to be the messiah, but Pakistan had accepted the new messiahs as patrons. Pakistani people believed that he did not give any suggestion to solve the Kashmir problem, nor did he try to mediate it in any such matter. In his last decade, his American partners did not even like to mention his name. In Pakistan, he came to be seen as a frustrated, unsuccessful, and negative diplomat. Thus, the end of the life of a dictator who had become irrelevant a decade ago is not surprising. Let's look at the question based on today's story. Throw light on the relations between India and Pakistan during the era of Musharraf.